Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon. Or evening. How are we all doing? So many people in here already. Espresso, what's up? Sith, Atticus, Rogue Agent, Kanzi, Postman, Akito, Kozik, Jesse, Estrella, Bappa, Cap. What's up, folks? Devin already coming in with the $10 super chat. Incredibly kind of you, man. Time permitting, can you go over a couple of Big Al setups? For sure. I mean, I can show you the one that I've been using the most. But we can certainly talk through a few others. We'll do that first thing once we get some of the, morning announcements out of the way, if you will. Thank you very much for the 10, man. That's incredibly kind. YouTube was giving me a little bit of trouble, so I didn't get a chance to post the notification that we're live on Twitter. So if you all will bear with me, I'm going to do that super quickly right here with all of you. But I hope everybody is doing great today. Okay, did that. I'm wondering how long until the chat starts blowing up with people being hyped about the, What? What is my command for that? Oh, of course, it's that. I'm just being a little bit dumb this morning. One sec, almost done, almost done. Just need to add this. Okay, that should be good. We will go back to here. We have already got over 200 people tuning in on YouTube and 150 on Twitch. Thank you all. Appreciate you being here. Okay. I think we're good now. Let me go over the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything big. Postman, I've had items in my mailbox for about 5 years now. And they're going to stay there. Am the Gamer, new here, loving the vids. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. Everybody asking about the Assault Global event. We're going to go over all of that in just a minute, if you'll bear with me. Benson, new to the Division and your content, but you're officially my go-to. I appreciate it very much, man. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for being here on the stream. Yeah, this past week was kind of insane in terms of Division activity. I don't know if y'all saw. I put it in my video on Friday that we had peak player counts around like 17, 18,000. By Sunday, that climbed to 27 or 28. One of those. The high 20,000s on Steam, which Steam is historically like a single percentage point of the entire Division 2 player base. It's the minority of the PC audience alone. So, stuff is popping right now for Division. It's kind of crazy. So anyone in here who is new to my channel or to the game, thank you so much for being here. Hope you're enjoying your time with things, and we've got some good times ahead. Who else I see in here? Primate, what's up, man? Playing catch up with the events of the past couple months, but loving the Big Al introduced in the game. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. If you haven't, man, check out what's coming for Year 8. They're doing a lot. It's going to be quite cool. He just ignores the postal deliveries. Yep, that's it. For sure. You were in my Prime sub this month. Atticus, I appreciate it, man. Will the Big Al be in the normal loot pool after this event? Excuse me. Scuds, it's a good question. We haven't quite had a situation like this where a new exotic is introduced on an event pass. I would say 95% sure that it will be. But we just don't 100% have those details yet. But most likely. Draconis with the 3-stream streak. Thank you for tuning in consistently, my friend. And Just Roach coming in with the 5 subs. 5 subs, 5 gifted subs. Thank you, man. So I finally fixed it to where it'll show me the notification, but now I can't see who it was gifted to. Well, if you're in the chat, if you got gifted a sub by Roach, please drop a thank you. And hope you enjoy the no ads and the badges and all that. Roach, I appreciate the generosity very much. Orion's in here as well with a 7-stream streak. Dude, you've been here for every single one. At least I think that's how many we've done on here. Thank you, man. Hope you're having a good day today. You still play Arc Raiders? Topside needs you. I haven't been able to recently, Perk. There's been so much going on in Division Land. Last week I was almost late to starting the stream because I had to sleep in today. My sleep schedule's been off for the past week because of trying to pump out videos and cover everything anniversary, and I feel like that's not going to change heading into year 8. So I intend to return to Arc at some point, but it's not happening yet. Sith with the 3-stream streak. Thank you, Chris, as well. Appreciate y'all. All right, so announcements, and then we will get back to Devin's request to look at Big Al builds. I've not forgotten, man. Week 2 of the anniversary event. Some of the big things we're going to go over today are the fact that the Assault global event has begun. So we had Ambush last week. This is returning from the Division 1. We now have Assault, which is all about close range damage. If we go here, we're testing an improvement to Shade Tech's rapid target analysis algorithms that should help you with close range targeting. I think it's like 200%. It's whatever the same maximum was that that Ambush was. So a lot of damage. We're going to run through that, and there's a new mask at the end. So that is kind of the catch this time, is that even though they're going to cycle back through, next week again it's Ambush, but it's a new mask. They're all from Division 1. This Cage one is one of the ones I wore the most in Division 1, so I'm excited to get that. And then when Assault returns, it's Jungle. But this week for Assault, it is the... Oh, it doesn't show it. It's the Piggy mask. So we will go through for that. We'll get our stars. We'll do other stuff. It's also Tech Overdrive right now. Funny that they're not doing this on a weekend. It's just right now. But 3 skill tiers and a bunch of skill stats. So that'll actually probably be kind of useful. And then this weekend, yeah, today's the 10th. This weekend we have a Proficiency XP event if you need to get your expertise going. So yeah, we're going on through the anniversary. Headed towards the end of the month and beginning of April when we're headed into Year 8 Season 1. Good times ahead. Matty D coming in with a Prime sub on Twitch. Thank you. Of all the places you could send your Prime, I am thankful you sent it my way. Appreciate you. Just here for the voice. Thank you, Orion. Hopefully it doesn't sound too exaggerated compared to the real life equivalent. There's an LMB outfit now. Yes, that's the other big announcement to go over for the week, is that after years of requests, they have... Oh, you can't see the helmet with my thing on. Hang on. Hang on. They have now brought an LMB outfit. No, it's the mask that's doing it. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. They brought an LMB outfit back. I think it's pretty much the same one that you could get in Division 1. So there's the helmet, there's the jacket, there's the pants, and the shoes, and you get a weapon skin. I don't know if I'll be getting it. I was never, like, as hyper about the LMB stuff as some people were, but I know a lot of people were, so I hope those people are happy. You've got it here back in game. Is this a Twitch drop channel? It is, Camaro, although unfortunately the most recent campaign has ended. It ended, I think, this morning, unfortunately. But when there are drops in the future, yes, they will be enabled here. Raptor, Rogue, how do you found out how to run the... Oh, Raptor, I've not yet... Oh, how to run it on Legacy? Can you not just go and do it?
A new agent is joining.
If you're talking about getting the Hunter to spawn Raptor, you don't need the Hunter to spawn to get the Sheriff. You just need to run the mission, which you should be able to do no problem. But as far as I know, people have not figured out how to get the Hunter down in the new without reanimated. But that is just for the mask. You don't need that to complete the mission or to get the Sheriff. Hope that answers your question. If not, you can let me know. So many things are happening. We have a community train going. Drygog with the Prime. Thank you. Nanotech as well coming in with the Prime. Thank you all very much for the generosity and for being here. How many people do we got if I just peek on over here? 330 on YouTube and almost 200 on Twitch. Thank you all for showing up. All right, Devin, let's get to the builds. The new mask we just took a look at, it's the Piggy mask that is a part of the Assault track. So here, tier 5, you can get that, and that's where we're going to be going for. Throughout the stream, that changes every week. Next week, it is Cage, and then Trench. No, Jungle. Jungle. Not a problem, Raptor. Happy hunting. But yeah, the optional hunter part of that mission, people have not yet figured out how to do without reanimated. But hopefully we'll get there at some point. Yuri coming in with the 5 gifted. Thank you, Yuri. Every single week coming in, being generous. If any of you 5 who just got gifted a sub here in the chat, please drop Yuri a thank you and enjoy the no ads and the badge and whatever else there may be. That might be it. But thank you so much, Yuri. I appreciate it, as always. What's up, Kaz? I've encountered the Harrier in PvP and it's OP. Just don't know how to work it like they do. Yeah, I think I saw your comment on that last night. Yeah, I saw a video or two of people using it well. It just seems like a kind of temperamental piece. You never quite know if it's gonna work the way you want it or not, you know? They put the year 4 collection in the store. Yes, that too. We can peek at that in a second. S Show, or just Show, what's up? Holy, it's the guy. Found you a week ago when I was getting back into Div 2. Binged your entire DZ farming playlist. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to assume you did since you watched the whole thing. Thank you. And welcome. Happy to have you here. Impatient Penguin just got into D2. Appreciate your videos getting me up to speed. Welcome, Penguin. Yeah, we were just talking about the insane level of activity Division is seeing right now. And for us long-timers, it's awesome to see. So I hope you're enjoying. Welcome. We'll be happy to answer any questions or offer any advice you may want. Do you need a pass in order to complete the anniversary events to claim the rewards? Saints, no. The only thing that buying the anniversary pass gets you are the not free items on here. So anything that's not listed as free item, you have to pay to get those unlocked. But otherwise, all the events, everything is free, including the new items. Just call me Show. I gotcha. You know my Div 2 news outlet. Thank you, thank you. I try my best to be quick with it. New to your vids, it's amazing to be back on Div. CR Wolf, welcome. A lot of people are jumping in, and it's a good time. Year 8, as the dev said, is poised to be the most packed post-launch year of content we've ever had for Div 2, which is wild given it's year 8. But the way things have shaken out, that's just how it is, so we have a lot coming. There's a glitch with a lullaby. Yes, Alpha, I had that same one. I think I have the mods in my stash. I'm pretty sure the devs are aware. Yeah, I've got them all here as well, so I think they're working on that. I see a bunch of people asking about the outfit, Flexi Dragon. The hoodie you can get right now from the anniversary caches. It's one of the free apparel items that was introduced as part of that. So just open the anniversary caches from your journey or on the pass, and this will drop eventually out of there. The bottom half of me, the glacial... Oh, I replied to someone last night and said Blizzard. Whoops. It was the glacial pants and the glacial boots. That came from December's winter event. I don't think you can currently get them, sadly. But, that's that. Postman with the 42 months. Thank you, man. Any word on if the Harrier backpack is going to be adjusted? I've heard nothing so far. I mean, I would imagine if it is going to be, it'll be a little bit before we hear about it. I'm sure they're currently heads down on like PTS and Year 8 Season 1 stuff. Maybe it'll slip in there. I don't know. But thank you for the 42, man. Insane, as per usual. Going on 4 years. Any news on Survivors? Miguel, they talked about it at the 10th anniversary stuff. At that event, I was able to confirm that I got to playtest it when I was at Massive last month, but unfortunately I can't share any details from that, or the sniper that is sitting outside my window will take me out. But it's coming. They're cooking. We ended up with a level 4 community train. Thank you all. And I promise we're going to get to gameplay. We're catching up. We're warming up. Doing the stuff. Rindorn, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Feel free to correct me if I am not. But thank you so much for the 3 months at tier 1, my friend. Supporting big time on there. The Twitch love has been incredible. Thank you for being a part of that, my friend. That is correct. All right. I'm glad. I try my best. Sometimes people are like, what are you saying? All right. Let's get back to Devin. I hope you're still here, man. I'm sorry that took me a while. But Devin asked if we could go over some big Alejandro loadouts. This is currently the one that I have settled on the most. Which I think is the same one I showed in the video. Or we looked at Striker. I don't remember. But Big Al, and then essentially the exact same tipping scales loadout that I used before, but now with the Big Al. On your Big Al, crit chance, I guess, is technically the best stat to get even over damage to armor for LMG specifically. Don't ask me why. I just listen to the people who are smarter than me. And so because of that, we can then make sure that we're getting as close to 60% crit chance as possible without surpassing it. 4 pieces of tipping scales with the backpack to increase the crit damage per stack. The chest piece some people like to use, but I think the handling and the math on it is a little weird because of how long you have to fire. The Big Al obviously has a really high RPM. So typically you're going to get more usage out of running something like the equalizer for the rate of fire and perfect obliterate for the separate scaling bonus stack there. Overdogs, not everybody loves them. But if you utilize them properly, they are pretty much the strongest alternative damage piece you could run for the 30% amp damage. I don't even really target which ads I'm looking at a ton. I just assume that at some point I'm going to hit the right one and get the boosted damage. So even if you want to play it more mindlessly like that, it works. But yeah. Devin, if you have any other questions on it, though, happy to answer. Alternatively, you can run Striker. Of course, like that's always going to work. Something pretty similar where you have 4 pieces, equalizer, overdogs, or something there. I've heard some people say they like it with Negotiator's Dilemma. You could run something like this or put overdogs on. A lot of people said they like it with Ongoing Directive if you want to run a more team buff oriented one. But the one recommendation I will give, no matter what build you go for, is run Smart Cover. Because you're going to be in cover anyway, building up the Big Al stacks. And I think Smart Cover is largely underrated in in-game play, especially in Legendary. Either one. I've opted more to go for the Fortified to get the bonus armor and to not be staggered from drones. But Precision as well. You can swap weapons and reload them, kind of like classic Lone Star. And you get the weapon handling and the damage targets out of cover, so that one's really good. But I would, if you have it, I would run either of those with this. It's quite good. Rice, what's happening, man? King Eaton, try logging out and back in or just restarting your game. I think from what I've seen, some people are just having a visual issue with that. So yeah, try that. If it's still not resolved, maybe reach out to Ubisoft support, but I know that the team is very aware of current issues with the storage stuff kind of appearing and disappearing. So they should be working on a fix for that. What skills were you using on your blue screen build? Dragon, typically Reviver Hive, and then a Banshee Pulse or a Decoy. And those are the 3 that I go between. Yeah, Fall, I bet. We're going to be checking it out in just a second. By the way, can't go without shouting out Red versus Brew, great name, for the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. And Demarsh coming in with a 3-stream streak. I would expect nothing less, man. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much. And Red, thank you very much for giving me the Prime. Means a lot. Will you cover Division Resurgence on release day? Yes, I will. And Terry, as not Lucas just said, the anniversary caches that you can get from the Journey in the Past is how you get this. All right, I need a quick water break, and then we're jumping into gameplay. All right, sorry, it was a water and a tissue break. With what chance? So Anteri, there's like a whole collection of new cosmetics that you get from there. I think it's guaranteed to get one per. So there's this one, there's the commemorative hoodie, there's the Boo shirt, there's the commemorative hoodie, there's a Unite shirt, there's a hat, there's arm patches, so just keep opening them and eventually you should get it. I'm sure you've already gotten some of the other ones at this point. I have a theory on why I've been Delta 3ing so much. Because every time go check my...
A new agent is joining your
skipping
team.
down. Pairing the manufacturers. Going out of business. Dang. Honestly, Aikido, that's kind of where my mind was going, just because of how frequently it was happening to you, and it wasn't like consistent with anyone else's experience. At least, again, that consistently. So I hope that does fix it, man. That's super frustrating, though. I'm sorry. Yeah, Marcus, in addition to your current level. How do you save those loadouts? When you're in your inventory, you can see down at the bottom, there's a button for loadouts on controller that's left trigger. And then it gives you the options to overwrite, or you can rename it, change the icon, do all the stuff. All right, we're going to get into gameplay, like I said. Not Lucas as well with the 3-stream streak. 3-stream streak. I could say that. Thank you, man. And Famas Reliant, another great name. You'll have some fantastic usernames on here. But the tier 1, I appreciate it greatly. Thank you for going out of your way to support, my friend. All right, let's turn on Ambush. Sorry, Assault. I know what's happening. I know what it is. New member on YouTube, Action Pack World, joining up to Rogue Studios. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for that. You can now enjoy your full suite of perks with the badge, emotes on the live chats and on the video comments and Discord access if you want to join up there and link your YouTube account. That was a record. I was speedrunning through it. Action, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So because Assault is all about close range damage, I had a little thought. And that is, why don't we put together an old favorite from a couple of seasons ago, which I think should work quite well here. I don't want it with Unbreakable. Or do I? No, I want Intimidate. I thought I had that. Don't I have an Intimidate? Dang, I don't have Intimidate with two... with Hazard? That's sad. Alright. Well, we'll run it that way, I guess. Lady Death Hunter's Fury. That would be a real classic. Real classic. Hey, what's up, Darth? Darth will forever be the herald of classified gear sets. Going around the land, trying to bring about the return. Okay, hazard protection. Hazard protection. Do I have knee or a holster with that? Let's see what this gets us to if I put all these on. Backfire with hazard is what I was getting at, by the way. I guess I just kind of left that open-ended. But yeah, because Assault is going to give us so much damage, if I put in 100% hazard protection for the bleed, I want to see how good this can be. Where's my backfire?
A new agent is joining your team.
I'll look through an inventory slot like 3 times and not see the thing that's right in front of me. Cheese? No, it's not, man. No, it's not. Livid, resubbing at tier 1. Thank you, Livid. Have I even seen you in the chat yet? I might have missed it. There you are. Yo. Good morning, Livid. How you doing? Thank you very much for the sub. That's very kind of you. Dat guy, we're just about to start farming for it. It's tied to the reward track for the Assault Global event. Kaz burnt your quesadilla. That's a tragedy, man. I'm so sorry to hear it. I would be devastated. 48%. That's not great. Because if I got, so 50, 60, 70. Yeah, I need a chess piece that has it. Why is my only one with Unbreakable? You know what? I'm going to run Unbreakable. Maybe we don't need Intimidate when we've got a bajillion damage from what's it called? From Assault. So let's try that and see if I can craft a holster with Hazard Protection. Maybe. By the way, I really appreciate so many people tuning in right now across YouTube and Twitch. If you're on YouTube specifically and you've not yet hit the like button and you want to help support the stream, you'd very much do so. Yeah, we're pushing 600 people on there and 450 people on Twitch. Good lord, folks. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, if you want to hit the like, it's free. Help share it out to more people. Health, not quite. But we do want a blue stat. Your voice is like ASMR. Happy to do my service, Wong. Thank you for being here. What do you think is the best way to farm for the event pass? Find the DZ, get some nice XP quickly, but control points are too slow. Ghost Recon. Really, all that I focus on is priority objectives, like wherever those take me. I think Dark Zone or Strongholds are really good ways to do priority objectives. So if you just keep popping those and go to whichever one it says, that's kind of what I use personally. If I didn't say it already, what's up, Insurgency? Good morning, happy to have you here. So stoked to finally catch a stream. Gamble, happy to have you, man. Welcome in. Alright, the bench does not want to be kind to me today. Agent Scrappy, Assault is the one that gives you a ton of extra damage at close range. So I'm trying to make this SMG build so that we can take best advantage of that. And then we'll run a legendary mission to really put it on display. From what I've heard, though, people are liking it, so. I think the dev said on the stream that it should give you the same... Okay. I've gotten every blue stat except for Hazard Protection. It gives you the same amount of damage when you're in the correct range that the total damage cap of Ambush was from last week. So if that's any kind of indication, then that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
A new agent is joining your team.
I'm new at D2. Welcome, Signals. Got to level 40 2 days ago. Been grinding to gear up in the Northeast map game mode. Forgot the name at 74 watch. How do I get the teal and pink colored gear? I plan on challenging. By pink colored gear, are you perhaps talking about exotic signals like this one that I have right here? Most people call it red, but I could see how that could be pink in some connotations. If this is what you're talking about, the teal gear sets just drop normally like everything else. If you're, I assume the game mode you're talking about in the Northeast is Countdown. Over here, that's the really popular one to farm for. If you open up the targeted loot selector menu, you can go down here and target any of the teal gear sets that you want. So those aren't really any more rare than anything else. Exotics, on the other hand, are more limited drops across the game. You have a full and fair chance to get them playing on challenging. They can drop as world drops. You can, if you're playing a bunch of countdown, you can also go to the, if I stroll out here, you can go to the vendor here and buy exotic caches. Oh, they're selling the gear shift. Dang. I'm surprised they're selling the brand new item there. By the way, Voidborn with the 1 minute. I can read totally. Voidborn with the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for supporting. And Lived Mirror with the 3 stream streak. Appreciate you coming back again and again. What's up, boss man? Good to see you. Happy birthday to Monster.
Hey, over here.
MVDW. That's very kind that you watch my stuff. Hope you have an amazing birthday. What I buy from the global event vendor is normally exotic caches for either optimization caches or exotic caches to deconstruct them into exotic components. But really, it should just be whatever you need. Everyone's got different objectives and different amounts of materials and whatnot. Yeah, look at that. No hazard protection. That's a crime. I could run 1 blue. Or sorry, 1 red. Let's just do that. I don't really want to keep crafting. We'll do this one. Deconstruct the rest. Put hazard protection on here. Because with Tech Overdrive, we're also, yeah, we have a tier 5 shield. That's going to be really good. So now we're at 68% hazard. And if I run all bleed mods, then we'll be good. Oh, look at all those 10%. That is beautiful. Bleed mods are the one that I get really good luck on. There we go. 98% bleed resistance. Perfect. And then we will run the shield and a revive hive for when I get a little too, when I overreach a little too far. Perfect. Where are crit stats looking like? 4671. Not the best, but I think that will serve us just fine. Actually, if that were crit chance, that would be like the perfect way to do it. But that's okay. Is the death roll in the store? I don't think so. I can't say I know for certain, but I don't think it is. Oh, but yeah, someone did want to point out that the Year 4 collection is back in the store as of today, if you want any of those. I don't think Death Roll is in the store right now, sadly. Squid, yes indeed. You get this from the anniversary caches. Just keep popping those open and eventually you'll get one. Alright, just to test the damage really quickly, we have Assault turned on. I'm going to give us a named. So that is the icon you're looking for. If they have that on them, then you're within the right range. And with no stacks at all, no striker or backfire stacks to start, that's pretty good. That's actually really good. Already hitting 1.7 million crits, 1.9 to 2.1. Yeah, we're gonna be cooking. All right, so let's do what is the weekly district? Let's run a legendary district. I'm probably just gonna turn matchmaking on, so anybody on Xbox who wants to run it can join in. Yeah, Smiths. The backfire's in the general loot pool, so just target SMGs and you'll get going. Just got back into the game due to the Big Owl exotic. Welcome back, Soul Sniper. Been enjoying your vids, so thank you. Any tips to level the anniversary pass fast? The big one is just do priority objectives. That screen I was just in. Every single one of these completed, you can see it gives you a certain amount of season XP. And so to do this alongside So like if I had gotten a district union priority objective, for example, I would complete this project for doing it, which is 1100. I would get the amount from the priority objective, and then I would get whatever I get just from playing this content. So just trying to layer as many of those sources as possible is your best bet. So priority objectives, see if that coincides with any projects, or just play the content that they guide you in. But specifically strongholds and like Dark Zone stuff can be pretty efficient in my experience. That's what I typically go for.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Do y'all have the global event turned off? Hang on.
Another agent has joined your group.
It says activated. I just don't see the symbol. Alright, are we doing this? Okay, it is on. Good, good, good. Skillful, I got a question. Go for it. If I don't answer it right at first, feel free to resend. Insurgency's in here. What's up, man?
Serious trauma
Okay.
detected.
I do have to be careful. It's not like that one season where you're just invincible while you run this.
Agent
I say as I get melted by that thing.
Agent vital signs.
Alright, I'll back up. I won't sit right at the front. I guess that's why Intimidate was kind of nice, because all the bonus armor just skyrocketed your damage. But I think this will still work pretty well. Someone's got the Big Al on. Yeah, I'm sure Big Al, if you're in the right range, that's just everything you need. I hardly even have to shoot him. Streamer getting carried POV. Listen, I can do damage sometimes. Apparently my frames are dropping like crazy. There we go. Oh, Insurgency is just going in. Wait up! Alright, that was all of them. The sound is being weird. This on heroic feels like it. Aikido, sorry, I think I read it and then I forgot to reply. The one-time mask, yes, I got it. It dropped last week with the new season. So I got it then to buy my anniversary pass. It's another returning Division 1 mask. For some reason, I think Ambush just felt a little bit more satisfying, but from a power level, this is clearly doing plenty of work. Shredding through these guys. Jay Bernie, what's up, man? What build is this? Go Almighty. It is a, I can show it in just a second, but it is a full hazard protection backfire build with Striker and the Memento. Because we're building for close range damage with the new the new global event. Dang, we're just speed running this thing. Can hardly keep up.
Agent down.
Oh,
Serious trauma detected.
drones are no joke.
System disrupted. System restored.
I know there's more of you. Yeah, that's pretty good. Since the anniversary came out, LMG audio sometimes get muted. Yeah, I feel like it happened a little while ago too with rifles. So I don't know if that's something that's popped back up or what. Zero one with the tier 1 sub on Twitch. Thank you very much. I appreciate you going out of your way to support. Thank you, thank you. I'll tell you what, that added difficulty layer that they're talking about for next season can't come soon enough. Oh, I say as I'm about to get melted. The game always just loves to prove me wrong.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
So I lived. But yeah, clearly, we've power crept a little bit. Game looks fun, but what is it about? It's about shooting guys and picking up the stuff they drop and getting stronger. If you're really breaking it down. I'm trying to hold off a sneeze so hard right now. Oh, doesn't my nose know I'm in the middle of a legendary? I wonder what the exact range is on this. Is it like 15 meters? Because that guy was pretty far away and I was still getting it. Yeah, exactly. Game's like, oh, you want me to kill you right now? I will. Skillful, to the best of my knowledge, the shield aiming feeling off has to do with some weird perspective changes they made with this update. I don't know if the perspective change is intentional. I'm trying to find a surface where I can better demonstrate it. No, right here. Like that. When it goes out super wide, you also have slower aiming. I've seen some debate on if that was intentional or not, but I believe the shield thing is related to that. So whether or not it's a bug or not, I'm sure they will address it in one of the upcoming patches. Coffee Dog, Ambush was on last week. Assault is on right now. It doesn't increase skill tiers itself, but we do have a separate stat event called Tech Overdrive that's live right now. So for the next 2 days, 14 hours, you get 3 skill tiers and all those skill stats on any build that you run. And that's just happened to coincide here with the global event. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. Way too far away. These guys pop out? I think so. How do I have the damage on him? That's so far away. It must be like 20 meters then. That's a crazy range. Actually, okay, later, since it's that far, look at how far that is. And then it went away. That's got to be 20 meters. We should try this with the Big Al. Just to see if we can really, like, effectively play within the range that it requires. Whoa dare for this mission, we were just doing completely random matchmaking. I'll see if on the next one we want to do that or try and invite people, but normally it's easiest just to turn on matchmaking and let it be first come, first serve. But there will be plenty of missions to play today, I'm sure. Are you hitting over 2 mil? 1-2, it's because of the new global event Assault, which they brought back from Division 1. Gives you a ton of extra damage at close range. Is there any way to think that a tank build would work with the current bonuses? Really, the Laferon, I hope I'm saying that right. That's essentially what I have right now. I've got 5 blue cores. I would go for 6 if I had this piece rolled right. So I have I'm full tank right now, and then I'm really just relying on the global event damage plus striker and backfire to get me my damage. So something like this works pretty well right now, but I'm sure there's other tank ones you could come up with too. But yeah, as long as you're playing within the effective range, you'll have the damage you need. You can focus on going more armor based with your pieces. Dang. That was the quickest I've ever done that room. Have you tried the modifier bug? No, I've not. I struggle as it is to find enough challenge in this game, so I don't have much of a desire to go and turn on Zealot. But for people who want that, it's out there. Oh. Oh no! Did we just glitch the mission? We opened it and then it closed immediately. No! Cleared it too fast. The game's like, stop. Just stop. Well, that's annoying. Who's leader? Cheesy, I think we gotta restart it. Damn. Grumpy Leo, thank you for watching them. I appreciate it very much. Spam fast travel near the door to the mission. Zoomed out way too far. Our Twitch drop still going, Estrella? I thought it ended by now. But maybe it's still live. Rice, what did you do? Did you just go and spam fast travel? Oh, one stays at the door. Okay, let me go to Rice then. No, Rice is in the chat. I know what's happening. Cheesy. I believe. I believe. Teleport to a safe house and back. I think we probably just have to restart, honestly.
Safe area entered.
What's up, Died Again? How you doing? Desperado, was that today that you started watching? Because I guess there's some debate. I thought they were over. Some people are saying maybe till the end of today. So either you missed the window, or if you haven't gone and claimed them within your Twitch menu, then you have to do that too. Like once you watch for the amount of time, there's a drops menu that you go to, you hit claim, and then it'll show up in your game. Alright, well, we know we can speedrun it. So let's do it.
Your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Who doesn't want to watch District again? We carried Archie too hard. Carried? I was doing damage. Now I think we feel a bit more confident too. We're gonna speedrun this thing. Now we know to go faster at the beginning. We'll see if we can get a record time. And maybe not bug ourselves out in that room. Drops end at 11:59. Oh, okay. Well then drops might still be going for the next few hours. I should have put that in the stream title then. I didn't realize. I thought I would have ended exactly 1 week later, which I think was 9 a.m. I like how we should have learned our lesson to not speedrun, but we're going to do it anyway. Barek, this is the backfire. VXM, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Circuit Boy. Thank you. Horse Driver, yes. Any form of increasing your proficiency should count for the event, if I'm remembering correctly how it works. But I think that should be the case. Yeah, the Twitch drops, Zyke, that we're talking about are the same ones from last week. Today's just the last day to claim them. If I had known they were still up, I would have had the chat command and everything still active. I really thought they were over. Miss Wick with the 3-stream streak. Thank you for continuing to tune in. Ran into the bug with the door. It's annoying if you try to open it too fast. Yeah, I think when we get to that room, we just need to chill out for a half second. Make sure it registers. Because we were standing like right on it. For everyone asking, I will give a more in-depth look at the build as soon as we finish the mission here. But it's Backfire, Memento, Striker with full hazard protection, and we're relying on the damage from the global event to carry us. But I will do I'll be happy to go through the pieces as soon as we're done. But keep in mind that a lot of the damage here is coming from the global event. It's not just the build. It's just there's no stopping it. Dang, I am amazed that we have nearly 700 people on YouTube and 550 on Twitch. That's wild. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out today. Don't kill anyone in that doorway. Gotcha. I'll give it some breathing room for sure. 1-2, I typically, some people like to run Backfire Memento when there's nothing on. I typically only run it, like, it was popular in Year 7 Season 1 when we had those modifiers where you could become almost invincible. I ran it then last season with the companion disabled because you got the extra hazard protection buff. So I normally only run it when there's an event compensating the stats, because otherwise you're still tanking, you still can do damage, but you're just kind of shooting for a while, and I don't love that playstyle. So don't let it discourage you. You can run it otherwise, but I typically wait for there to be an event that compensates in one of the areas. Oh, that's a friendly hive. Which guns are you using? We have the Backfire Exotic SMG. Again, I will happily give a full rundown of the build as soon as we're done with this, which should just be in a few minutes. Repack's hazard protection is nice on the Backfire because its whole deal is that when you reload, depending on how many stacks you have, you get a bleed that does a good amount of damage to you. But if you build hazard, then that is not an issue. So it's not mandatory to run hazard with it, but for me, it makes the experience much more enjoyable to not have to worry about that. And just in general, you get, the protections against other stuff. Glad I get to watch it live today. Webby, happy to have you here. As a decade-long Destiny player, I get how overwhelming the endgame is. Taking my time, but loving it so far. Glad to hear it, Dwight. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same with any game like this. They can try their best to add tutorials and make it approachable, but there's a certain learning curve that comes with it. So, glad you're enjoying so far. And certainly, the more time you put in, the more it'll make sense. And before long, you'll be doing it all.
An agent needs assistance.
But yeah, welcome in from Destiny. It has been really interesting to see that whole thing play out in the migration of players from there. I truly do hope that Destiny fans are able to get, you know, what they want in the future. Destiny 3 or just greater support and whatnot. Because we've been there for Division where we just had to wait super long amounts of time for anything, and it's tough. It sucks. All right. I don't know if Cheesy or Saber are listening. I know Insurgency is. We'll try and give the ad some breathing room on that last door here. I'm going to stay away from the door. I'll shoot him from... Well, maybe we'll let the ads come out a little bit. I'm going to let him walk out. Oh, Cheesy, Cheesy. It closed. Oh, no, wait, that's... Okay, phew. I saw it closed and I'm like, no, but I forgot we have to open it ourselves. We're good. We're good. Karma, as soon as we finish this room, I will go over the build. I don't have a direct video up on this one. We just put it together for this global event. Alright, how quick do we think we can take out the boss here?
System.
About to find out.
System back online.
There's the chain, hit the backpack. There it goes. Dang. What a run. Good stuff, guys. Alright, now I'm going to wait to get that post-mission breakdown, because I was accused of getting carried through that. I want to see what the damage was across the board, and then we will look at the build. Got our project done. That should mean I just finished the anniversary pass too. $3.2 million is wild. Yeah, the numbers get pretty high there. Matt Kane with the 200 bits. Thank you, sir. Too easy. Sorry, the team carried me. Hope you're doing well today, man. Thank you as always for the generosity. Okay, activity summary. Insurgency did get more kills than me. I can respect it, man. I don't know about hard carry. But he did get more kills. GG's. No, that was a great run. All right, build. Everyone wants to see the build. Build. Here you go. Backfire SMG. You can get this from Countdown, from Retaliation, from anywhere in the game. Targeted SMGs. And it deals with crit damage, but it does bleed you, which is why I'm speccing hard into Hazard Protection. We have 4 pieces of Striker, just for the damage that Striker offers. It's very good. 1 piece of Y'all for the Hazard Protection. You can go with either Unbreakable or Intimidate on here, depending on if you want more defense or offense. Both options are viable. And then what you'll see on every piece pretty much is that I have armor, hazard protection, and then bleed resistance wherever there's a mod slot. So I would have armor down here, I just didn't have the right piece. Armor hazard, and then the Memento Exotic Backpack, which you can also get anywhere. Targeted backpacks, bleed resist mod. With all of that hazard and bleed resist, if we go to our stats, we have about 70% hazard, but then close to 100% bleed resist, which means that we don't have to worry about the bleed from the backfire. That is the build. Any questions? Oh, and then I should point out that the reason why we're then doing so much damage, even though that does give you good damage on its own, is that the assault... Look at how many stars you earn on that. How do I already have 56? I don't understand how you get stars so quickly from this. Is that you get a bunch of extra damage when you're within close range to an enemy. Rick, we've been live for about an hour. I'm sorry I didn't give you a notification. I know YouTube can be finicky with that. Thunder Cherry with the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Appreciate the generosity. Is this a worldwide buff? You do have to go in and manually toggle this. So you can see at the bottom, I could deactivate if I were the group leader. So you have to turn it on, but then it's available in most places that you play. You can see on the right side here, it is disabled in the Dark Zone, Conflict, Kenley College, Raids, Countdown, Descent, and Incursions. But everywhere else, it's active. Let's see, Insurgency said check his build. Yep. Tipping scales. Turmoil for this would be good, yeah, since you get so much damage. Good stuff. The Big Al is definitely the standout new item for me this update. There is Genjamin, the LMB outfit, which I think is pretty much the same one from Division 1. It's here. With the jacket, the shoes, the pants, the helmet, if my mask wasn't on. Not Lucas, the 3 ways to get anniversary caches are from the pass here. They're all free along this middle tier all the way down. You get them from the journey. Let's see, 3, 2, 2, 1. So you can get 9 from here. And then you can get 2 from the Twitch drops. I'm pretty sure you get 1 guaranteed cosmetic piece every time, and there are less of those than there are caches, so you will get them all if you just go through the journey and the pass. But yeah. Now that you explained the build, can you explain the build? I got you, Postman. So basically, you shoot stuff and you kill people. Class dismissed. Wolf, you can get y'all primarily in DZ or in PvP. You can get in DZ or conflict caches. I think you should be able to get it from Legacy Seasonal No, because it was there in year 1. So yeah, y'all is exclusive to that. You don't have to have 100% hazard. Like, you can run something else there. And, you know, even if you have a second or 2 of bleed, that's not going to kill you. So, certainly don't feel like you have to copy it exactly. Any other SMG worth using? I mean, if you're not using the backfire, you might as well set up a different kind of build, because the only reason I have hazard is for the backfire. So this build is very much tuned for it, but it's not the only viable SMG. You could run the Chatterbox with Hunter's Fury or Striker. You could run other stuff, but for this specific build, the backfire is tailored for it. Capacitor is also crazy right now. Yep. Capacitor is good.
An agent is no longer in your group.
GG's to this team. That was a fantastic run. I didn't even look at our time. Why is it in here?
An agent has left.
Because I wouldn't be shocked if that was the fastest we had ran this.
You are now group leader.
Oh, I still have a record with Akito and this other team. GG's Insurgency. That was a very good one. I saw someone asking about Cassie Mendoza.
You have left.
Same method as always. You got to find the snitch, and then it'll show you the location. It changes every week. We can go do it right now just because I haven't done it yet for the reset. I always go to Space Admin. Find him down here. Ernie, what's up? Do you think we will get another Resident Evil and Division 2 event? I'd like them to incorporate the Leon Kennedy outfit from RE9 or Chris Redfield. I don't know, honestly. I kind of doubt it. I feel like they'll probably go for new brands to work with. And I think that license expired for the last one. That's why you kind of don't have access to those anymore. But I could not tell you for certain. So yeah, you find the snitch, and then that's Danny. Cassie's up here. But you'll have to talk to him first for her to show up. Do you think the PvP rebalance includes expertise tiers like in the Dark Zone for Shade level? I hope it means removing expertise from the Dark Zone. That would be my preference. Instead of having tiers. But I don't know. I do not know, SB. I'm very excited to find out. I want PvP to do much better than it is. Divine, how's it going? Videos are very helpful, thank you. Just started playing Division 2 and hit level 40. Ring Striker right now. Sorry, video about event-specific named items. Currently, you cannot get those, like the Lexington and the Quick Step and all that. As long as I'm thinking of everything correctly, yeah, there shouldn't be a source to get those now, but I'm sure they will come back around very soon. Just gotta wait a little bit. Milos, if you're able to, wait until next week, or this weekend. Starting on the 13th, there is a, I think it's usually 3 times increase. They're doing an expertise event. So over the weekend, any source of proficiency is going to be tripled. My method was always to just put on a build that had items that still needed proficiency. So I'm gaining it passively from gameplay. I'd go and play it countdown, and then I would target categories that I still needed stuff in. So let's say I didn't have a lot of pistols leveled up. I would select those, pick them all up as junk, donate them, and then I'm getting both the donation amounts and the passive amounts from playing. So if you're able to sink some time this weekend, that would be the most ideal time. Whoa there, it's mostly because the game lost its PvP team like 6 years ago, and it's gotten minimal changes. But they just hired a new lead PvP game designer, so we're hopefully going to start getting some PvP balance updates and improvements to those areas in the next few seasons, which I'm very excited for. Not Lucas, it is the piggy mask. Right here. Alright, what are some of these that we need to do? SMGs we're working on. True Sons. Weak point kills. We could do like a True Sons retaliation. Get those going. Not really, Hoagie. I've tried it before, but I just can't get myself to play around the ranges that
Detected.
Virtuoso requires. It's not really for me.
Proximity.
I hope so too, Livid. 100%. Ammo Jones, what's up? How you doing? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what we should do. Yeah, I kind of feel like a True Sons retail would be good, because if I get those two, if I can get the SMG kills and the True Sons ones, that'll get me a good amount of stars towards the mask. So let's try that. And then we'll probably run another legendary in a little bit.
Hostile control point.
Scuba Steven, what's up, man? How you doing? Caesar, Retaliation is just kind of a mini game mode for the open world. As you play different content, you fill up what's called the agitation meter. That's that ring that you see around each faction's name. And then when it completes, they will invade a territory in the open world. And you can trigger it to kind of, it's just an increased challenge. There's a lot of respawns, all of that. You can select your own targeted loot for it, just like Countdown and Summit. And so it's typically a really good source for farming. And yes, as Jack mentioned, we do have Black Tusk Retaliations coming next month, which I'm very excited for. I like Retaliations a lot. It's some of the most dense and consistent action you can get for PvE, and that's always what I enjoy the most. Yeah, in Heroic, this is just broken. Not broken, but very, very strong. Steven, they're in the general pool. You can get them from anywhere. Best chances will be from targeted gloves. And specifically doing retaliations. I forget which faction. Maybe someone can let me know. But you can get the blueprint from retaliations. Is it... I forget if it's hyenas or which one, which faction it might be. Yeah, Livid has the Div 1 performance continued to be a little bit better over the weekend and all that. It's great that they added that. Okay, we have the territory or the resource convoy over here. What are you doing back there?
Incoming hostiles detected.
Easy.
We kicked their ass. We have to keep fighting on.
Oh, the control point didn't count yet. I'm like, really? That's how few I got? Come on, guys. What are you doing over there? Can you walk into the control point, maybe? So I can get my credit? Please? There we go. Maybe. There you go, guys. There you go. Get in there. Alright. That still didn't take us very far. We're gonna do a quick run of Lincoln, maybe. Hope the new DLC adds the LMB as another faction to face. Would be cool. Lore-wise, the LMB are supposed to be pretty much dissolved. They were kind of on the fray after Div 1, and then the rest of them were absorbed into the Black Tusk, it was said. But you never know. I'm sure there could be a lore reason if they wanted to bring them back.
They maintain this outpost, and True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Supply room access.
I can land shots for sure.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Jones, I've got the Backfire exotic SMG. Yuri, sounds good. Have a good one. Thank you again very much for the gifted subs. That's incredibly kind of you as always. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll be back on Thursday. Hope to see you then. How do you handle the bleed? On this build, I have 100% bleed resistance. So I've built for it specifically. I'm compensating in damage because I know the global event is gonna get me everything I need.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
Quick question, if we're getting Black Tusk Retaliations, do you think there will be any blueprints or items tied to them like the other ones? I don't know, Callum. It's a very good question. They've kept details on next season very close to the vest. We know there's going to be stuff beyond just Black Tusk Retaliations coming, tied to like higher difficulty and all that. But for now, we don't really know the answer to that. I'm very curious as well, though. Libertarian, yes. The library is bugged as of the anniversary update.
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on this location.
Zach, they did confirm on the dev stream that there will not be any zombies in the DLC. Or in the game overall. Sean, if you're talking about in relation to the global event, I think someone said earlier it's 15 meters. But yeah, it definitely seems pretty far out.
DC-62 detected.
Yeah, Matty D, the visual HUD on the Chameleon is bugged, unfortunately.
Can't afford to let the
Along with a few others like the Eagle Bear and the Nemesis.
close up that tunnel.
But they should be aware. Hopefully they're working on a fix. Desi, yes, it is coming sometime in year 8. We don't have an exact date, but they've said that in this year of content, crossplay will be added.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center.
Blackus, I don't have an exact video on this one, unfortunately. I just put it together today for the global event. But I'd be happy to give you the quick rundown after the mission if you'd like. Dwight, they've got the Expertise XP event on Friday, I think is the 13th.
That should keep it from getting
Yeah.
more of those
But as far as Shade XP, I don't remember when the next one might be. Is crossplay next season? Danmo, we don't know. We just know at some point in year 8. Year 8 begins in April, and it runs for, about a year. So sometime between next month and next March, we're getting crossplay.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus.
Everyone asking about the
About
the build. I will show you right now that we're done. Desi, no cross progression, unfortunately. They said the only one they're able to commit to is cross save. Or sorry, I just said that wrong. The only one they're able to commit to is cross play, but they can't do cross save at the moment.
We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated a stronghold near the campus.
This is the build.
You saved a lot of
Backfire
lives today.
SMG. You can get it from anywhere in the game. Target SMGs, Countdown, Retaliation, one of those. 4-piece Striker. On every piece I've got armor, hazard protection, bleed resistance. 1 piece of Y'all for the hazard protection brand bonus. Unbreakable on here. You can run that or Intimidate. Of course, I said the 4 Striker. Memento backpack, similarly. You can get it anywhere. Bleed resist.
A new agent is joining your
In
team.
total, I'm getting 98 bleed resistance, which would be 100 if I had my roll maxed out, and that's counteracting the backfire's bleed. That is the build. No new Twitch drops today, no. Desi with the Prime. Thank you, man. Maybe one day before Div 3. We shall see. Or if not, then Div 3 will have it from the start, fortunately. That's the silver lining. But thank you very much for the Prime. I appreciate it. Honestly, with as much as they deliver this month, I would think a few bugs would be expected.
Incoming backup request.
Extremely pleased the devs did good. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff is unfortunate with, like, the visual upgrade making stuff blurry sometimes in combat, and, like, there are some annoyances, absolutely, but as long as they can get them fixed up, keep the content coming, I think we're in a pretty good place. $11K shade is crazy. How many hours do you have in the game? Too much, Zach. Too much. It would honestly be higher if they had made it so that conflict counted for shade levels a long time ago. Because I used to just play a ton of conflict when you didn't get any shade benefit from it, and my shade level hovered at like 2,000-3,000, and then they turned it on and it skyrocketed. But at the same time, they've also started doing like 5 times events that greatly speed up your progression and whatnot. Oh, we're already almost done with the True Sons one, but let's do this retail, and then we should be there. Akira on PC you can, but I'm on Xbox, and unfortunately console doesn't have the option.
Time is of the essence, Agent.
Nathar Waffle, thank you for putting out consistent, informative content for us newer players. You're more than welcome. I'm super glad it helps out. How long have you been playing? That guy's by himself. That was funny. No, you're good, Akira. That's... trying to troubleshoot and help people figure stuff out is exactly what we should do as a community. You're good. Hunter Assault is a new global event that came out today, so much the same as Golden Bullet or Reanimated. It's in the season track. You can enable or disable it, and it just gives you... we had it back in Division 1. It just gives you a bunch of extra damage when you're at close range. So you'll see the enemies come up with that little claw mark above their head in red. That means that you're within the correct range. And you get, I think it's like 200% increased damage. Can't wait for crossplay to start. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, Tidy. Having everyone connected. Thanks for blinding your friends there, man. That was convenient. I'm trying to hit all these explosive packs that I can. I need the armor. Nice. I'm gonna grab the cash just for the potential exotic component, but will PC be connected with crossplay? Yes, it will. But they did confirm that you will have the option to turn crossplay off if you're on console and you don't want the risk of facing PC players in PvP or the cheating risk that that platform brings. You can disable it, but PC, Xbox, PlayStation will all be linked together. When will they add crossplay? We don't have an exact date. They've just said it's coming in year 8. Year 8 begins right at the start of April and runs for a year. So in the next 12 and a half months at some point we will get crossplay. I've not, Zach. People don't believe me when I say that. And to be fair, if I did or if I had, I wouldn't be able to say anything, but I genuinely have not. I'll happily brag about the fact that I played Survivors, but I have no information on Div 3. Oh man. That RPG whizzed by me. Where's the other? There you are. Retro, I would imagine either this Friday or next Friday. Or I guess they did the last one on Thursday. Either this week or next week, we'll say. If there's not one by next week, then we're probably not getting one. But I remember they said it's going to be likely for Year 8 Season 1, so I think we probably will.
Kill squad down.
What build is this? I've got the Backfire SMG, 4-piece striker, all rolled with armor and hazard protection. I have then 1 yawl for more hazard protection. That's on the chest piece with Unbreakable. And then the Memento backpack. I have hazard and bleed resist mods everywhere, so I'm at 100% bleed resistance to negate the Backfire's bleed. And then I'm just relying on the global event damage to sustain me. Any tips on how to find max mods? You get a lot of them in Legendary. Of course, if you're able to run Legendary missions or do Legendary Summit and target mods. That's where I found a lot of mine. Otherwise, it's really just RNG. But because difficulty raises the minimum stat values you can get, Legendary is statistically the best place to farm for him. Is that our SMG one? Nice. Libertarian, that's kind of the big question, is how they're going to handle clans in a cross-save world. I keep saying cross-save. Cross-play world. We don't really know. But I assume they will iron out all of those details and let us know before it goes live. Because I saw someone bring up, like, what if there's a clan on Xbox and PC that both have the same name? You know? Or 2 people on those platforms that have the same name. Those are details that they're going to have to work out. I don't think you guys are even a part of the control point. You're just spawning out here. Are legendary missions possible solo? They're possible. They're tough though. So you'd really have to have the right build and all the stats and all the knowledge of the mission. But they are possible, yes. Just finished one solo. Nice, Red. Yeah, that's been something that I've kind of been challenging myself to do more and more lately. As we wait for next season's difficulty increase to come. Any thoughts on what we can expect at the start of year 8? None that I'm allowed to share, unfortunately, Wodare. But I'm excited for it. We know we're getting Black Tusk Retaliations next season, but then they're also supposedly introducing a new difficulty layer and new player power to accommodate for it. Excited to find out. What's up, Addy Plays? How you doing? What will the new difficulty bring in terms of rewards? Right now, we don't know. If we do end up getting a PTS, maybe we will find out there.
Oh no!
Blue Rex, appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Level 50, here we come. Do you know how many people would revolt if they increased the level cap? That would be wild. Any advice for someone coming back after a year or 2 away? Well, welcome back, Mr. Slipper. Let's see. In the last year or 2, the game has really put a big shift in focus towards events There's a lot of like farming events, XP events, limited time events with greater rewards. So I would say when you get into game, check the event timeline in your seasons menu. Kind of see what's going on to get a sense of what you might want to focus on. Priority objectives are a great way to level up. Those are also in your seasons menu. You can kind of just activate them for any kind of content in the game. But in terms of like build power and everything, they haven't increased the level, so none of your builds are going to be invalidated. Of course, balancing changes have happened, but relative power-wise, you should still be plenty competitive. Yeah, it depends on how they do it, right? I mean, there's a world where they could do it that wouldn't happen this way, but typically a level increase is done to leave stuff behind. And with how many hours people were mad enough when they did level 40 with Warlords, right? But if they were to do it now and invalidate people's expertise and all the time they put into their builds, I just don't think it would go over well, personally.
Reinforcements incoming.
Retro, I'm afraid I'm not allowed to say, my friend. But hopefully they will reveal everything soon. Oh, we got another one done? Oh no, just tier 4, I see. Alright, we're one tier away from the new mask. There we go. Open the box. Past couple of weeks, I've seen so many people under 40. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it at the start of the stream. In my video on Friday, we had mentioned, like, player counts were peaking on Steam at, like, 17,000, 18,000. That climbed by Sunday to 27 or 28,000. And Steam, historically, is, like, a very small percentage of the total player base or even the PC audience since it launched, or it only came out on there 4 years after launch. So, there are a lot of people checking out Division 2 right now. It's quite cool. Hunter, I think it's 25. Not quite 30, but close. Alright, we gotta crack some of these open. Almost full. Rogue, how powerful do you think this idea of a gear set would be? The gear set allows you to use 2 exotic weapons and gear when you have 4 pieces. If you have the bag, you're able to do 3 exotic weapons. The chest, you're able to use 3 exotic gear. 2 or 3 piece bonus use attributes that people don't typically use. In theory, I like it. I think the problem is that the problem is less about allowing people to use multiple exotics and more about the fact that ever since the game came out, the devs have designed exotics with the knowledge in mind that you can't pair them with other ones. You know, at least in terms of, like, weapons and armor. So That sounds fun, but I think it would just probably be a lot of work for them to go through and make sure, hey, is this going to be a problem if we allow them to use this and this, you know? So I don't know, but it sounds fun. Do you think Foundry Bulwark is a good set? Yeah, Foundry's fun. A lot of people use it for tank builds and whatnot. Beatdown, currently you cannot get the
A new agent is
quick
joining your
steps.
team.
I'm sure there will be another opportunity to do that soon, but right now you cannot.
Hey, hold up a minute. I am so tired.
Not Lucas gifting a sub to Sith. Thank you, my friend. I see Sith just said expired today. Well, welcome back to the club, Sith. Sure, drop. Nah, Lucas said thank you. That's very kind of you, man. Thanks for doing that. We won't leave you hanging, Sith. Back in. Okay, how far did we get on this? Oh, I think we finished the pass, by the way. Yeah. Got the walker pieces. You can check that out. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we need 5 stars. I'm unclear of how we're gaining. Somehow I have almost 70 stars, but only, it says I've only earned 15. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but we need more. Eliminate named hostiles at close range. Well, retaliation is still going to be the best way to go about that, because you get a bunch of them to spawn, so we can keep going after that, I guess. Will the new DLC be paid or free? We don't know. But, I mean, they've only ever called stuff DLC that's paid, you know, like Brooklyn was last year. So, if I had to guess, I would say it will likely be paid. Hey, Rogue, regardless of what your thoughts are on the realism mode, what is the best part of it, and should they implement it in any way to the main game? What's the best part of it? I don't know. That's kind of a hard question. I don't know if I could identify one part of realism mode that can be that could then be isolated from the rest of it to improve the main game. Because I mean, all of the systems in there work together to create that experience, right? One-shot headshots, all that stuff. I guess you could do like the increased and decreased movement speed from armor and backpacks or whatever pieces those come on. That could be an interesting mechanic, but mostly it's just kind of its own thing, you know. Aren't they making Division 1 survival for Div 2? Yes. It's called Survivors. In development. Alright, Outcast Bounty. Let's do it. We'll do a normal normal tier bounty here. By the way, folks, I know I said it before, but really appreciate everybody tuning in. We still have over 600 people on YouTube and 530 on Twitch. Thank you for the time. Sofa King said, I would honestly like to see Div 3 move away from builds and go to realism. If they did that, you might see the end of the Rogue Guild channel, to be honest. But it's a very interesting debate. I thought about doing a video on it. I don't know if I necessarily want to read the comments on said video, but I'm thinking about it. Because there has been that divide ever since Division began. Some people like that it's an RPG, some people don't. I am in the RPG camp. If Division stopped being an RPG, I would have a very hard time sticking with it. We got to take a quick pause to thank Amazing Spade for the Prime. Thank you. And Bossman giving out the gifted sub. Thank you both. That's very kind of you guys. Appreciate the support. Also, I almost said Marco. Mako316 coming in with the super chat on YouTube. Thank you. Hi, Rogue Gold. New to the game. Found your content. Has helped me so much to level up and gear my build along with getting better as I go. Thank you for all the help. You are incredibly welcome. Thank you so much for going out of your way to jump in the stream and support the channel like that. Mako, that's very kind. I'm glad the videos were able to help out. Hope you're continuing to enjoy your Division journey. But Mako, Spade, Bossman, thank you all. Much love from Germany. Love your content. Bam Bam, thank you. Cheers. Do I just go straight up? I guess so. I'm not personally, whoa dare no. I mean, that's not to say it's not fun. Like, I enjoyed playing through it. But that's not what I play Division for, you know? Maybe not shifting completely to realism, but dumping whole magazines into one person is meh. But how do you... See, this is where the discussion always leads to, is how do you remove that, but still allow for there to be builds and gear? Like, that's kind of what RPGs are predicated on, is the fact that enemies have enough health for you to build differently and have that impact the way that you engage with the content in the game. If there's a solution that I haven't thought of, or that people haven't thought of, then I'd love to hear it, but I just don't know how you... I don't know how you make both of those things true at once.
Hostiles are retaliating in Foggy Bottom.
Oh, we're doing the same zone. Alright, let's get it.
This is the place. Secure the area. Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done. You have to move fast, Agent.
Since Division 2 is getting cross-play, I think it's time that Div 2 looks for something in terms of better anti-cheat. Only because PC players think it's EAC. I agree. It would be great for them to have better anti-cheat. Alex, the game director, did mention that the new lead PvP designer is looking at anti-cheat tools, so there might be some activity that we see there once they're able to get some time under them on the job. But I don't know. I agree. It would be really great to see more there. We need it. Division 4 confirmed. You heard it here first, Taquito. Division 4, baby. We're getting Division 4 before Division 3. It's going to be great. Is the game worth getting into now? I would say so, Zate. I mean, most of the people in here, including myself, are going to be biased. But in Year 8, the game is adding more content than we've ever seen before in a post-launch year. And so they're doing a lot. There's going to be a lot of stuff to dive into.
Hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
James, they've confirmed that it's just cross-play that's coming. They're not able to do cross-progression at this time.
Hostile detected.
Just bought my gaming rig, was looking into the game to play. Would you recommend Division? I mean, I would. As I was just saying to somebody else, myself and a lot of people in here are going to be quite biased because we love the game. But if you enjoy third-person shooters, if you like RPGs, if you want a game that's still getting updates and support, then I think Division's a great choice.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Can I still get the... I don't think I can get the box again, right? Because I just did the zone. I'll go check just to be sure, but I don't think I can. Yeah, especially if some people are mentioning the sales. I don't know if those are still live or not, but for the past couple of weeks, the whole franchise has been discounted by like 90%. So if that's the case, then 100% I have to recommend it. You'll get so much stuff. All right, we cannot get the boxes again. Speak for yourself. I only spend time and money on things I hate, like this game. If you were to poll all of Reddit, I think they would say the same. Division ruins other third-person shooters for me, honestly. Other than Resident Evil, I always found myself comparing them to the series. I feel you there. Although for me, it's pretty much all games. Ever since I played Div 1, I've not been able to come up with another game that I find is fun to play. Paradise Lost is so fun. Rice, it's one of my favorite PvE pieces of content I have in the game. I'm really excited for the new incursion in Year 8. Can we still get your cosmetic items? The majority you cannot, unfortunately. They're not in the open world pool. You can still get the arm patch if you're interested. If you type in !arm patch into the chat, it'll give you both the code that you need to type in as well as the redemption website. You can grab that on any platform. But the rest of the pieces, at the moment, you cannot, I'm afraid.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected. Serious trauma detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
How am I getting caught? Oh, because I only have 70% hazard, that's right. I was like, why am I on fire? But it's only bleed that I'm fully immune from.
Take it out.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Let's see, how many more named enemies do I need? I'll check after this. Oops. I need 23 more. Okay. How do you get so much armor? That's from the Memento backpack. Every time I kill an enemy, I get a little buff, like one of these things. That gives me bonus armor based on how many blue cores I have. And so I have, since I have all the blue cores, it's the, or I guess I have 5. It's the most amount of bonus armor you can get from it, from one. And every single one gives me a stack of that. Ron, oh, I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. It is Backfire SMG as my primary, 4 pieces of Striker, 1 Yawl on the chest piece, and then the Memento backpack. Trying to get a good close range build to pair with the new global event that gives you a bunch of close range damage. I didn't think I'd be able to jump that. Oh, but I can't. I can't jump over. That's weird. Oh, I forgot about kill squads. This is great for the objective I need. Dude, I can't jump down. That's so weird. Oh, now I'm stuck up here? I don't know what kind of weird spot I found myself in. Okay, where did I jump up? Right here? Okay, that was weird. Just have to wait for them to come to me then. Oh, they're able to jump over it, but I'm not.
Kill squad eliminated.
How does one start retaliations? Tab doesn't work on my map. Livid redeemed to go rogue, but I'm not in the dark zone. Alright, if we go in the DZ later, Livid, I'll do it. I think it's you and DeMarsh did that last time. I'm like, but how do I do it here? Maybe I need to add in the title of that only works when I'm in the DZ. Retaliations don't work on your map. I don't know. Does anyone have any info on that? What's the difference between the orange and gray trophy buff icon? So Spoon, on the Memento talent description, it talks about 2 separate buffs. You first get one that lasts for 10 seconds, and that's based on your core attributes, and that is the orange one. It's the temporary 10-second buff. And then the gray one is the second half of the talent, where it talks about how you get 1% damage, 0.1% armor regen, stuff like that for 5 minutes. And it refreshes every time you pick one up. So Memento gives you both a short and long-term buff. Scott, the general schedule is that I'm live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. On those 2 days. Sometimes we'll switch it up slightly depending on if there's like stuff happening for the game that we want to be there for. But that is the general schedule. I post every week on the community tab on YouTube of what the schedule is going to be for the week, in case you want to tune into that to get confirmation. And we're working on adding a notifications channel in the Discord server for that as well. My goodness, people. Clocks resubbing with Prime, thank you. And then, I'm sorry, I know I'm saying it wrong, but Ron and Ghost Mod as well joining up. Thank you all very much. Appreciate the kindness, appreciate the support. Yeah, Scott, it's down there. Also, if anybody wants to join our Discord server, you can type in !Discord in the chat and it will get you a link to join.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. agent is joining your team.
Shoot this motherfucker!
Test account, we will. At launch, I'll have some streams and videos on it, and we're not going to cover it as consistently as Division 2, but yes, I plan to just incorporate it into the overall rotation of stuff that we talk about. If they do like major updates or content releases, we'll probably check those out, but
Hostile detected.
videos at launch for sure.
Damn it!
All right.
A new agent
There
is
we
joining your
go.
team.
Yes, Theodora, as soon as we load out of here, I will be happy to show you. Black Void, that is the Quick Step, name of the pistol.
I need to reload.
Yuki, are you talking about within
Civilians are
Discord?
safe for now.
If so, I don't know why, unless you got hacked or something, I don't know why they would have been banned.
A new agent is joining your team.
Retro, I think it has potential. Some people have been able to do really cool stuff with it, but it just needs better implementation. The stacks work weird. There's not UI for the second buff. Like, it's just, to me, it's kind of incomplete. If they were to fix those things up, I think it would be a lot more usable. We got a hype train going with all these subs that keep coming in. Thank you guys so much. Just kept fading with the Prime, Cookie with the Prime,
A new
McFun
agent is
Hater,
joining your
that's a
team.
funny name. Nitro Reaper, thank you all so much for the Prime. Hype train level 3. Not Lucas coming in with 5 gifted subs.
A new agent is joining your team.
Thank you guys very much. If anybody in the chat is here who just got gifted a sub from Not Lucas, please give a thank you. For the build that people wanted to see, there you go.
A new agent
I
is
can
joining
leave
your
it on
team.
this while we talk for a minute, but Backfire, Striker, Y'all, Memento, full bleed resist to get us to 100%. Dougal Dawn with the Prime. Thank you all very, very much. Black Void, it's because of the global event. So the current global event gives you a bunch of extra damage when you're within close range. And so I built a tanky build so I have a bit of both, you know. I'm gonna need 15 more named kills, which we're probably gonna do to make sure we get the mask. Love the sub notification. I'm glad. I was hoping people wouldn't find it annoying, but yeah, I think it's fun. And I intend to implement more interactive things like that. I just need to find the time. And eventually I will add an actual like background photo and description to my Twitch page. I know it's incredibly bare bones right now, but I will find the time. It will happen. But we just had incredible growth on here, honestly, way quicker than I could have expected. So, sincerely, to everyone who has followed and supported over on Twitch, I appreciate it so much. Yuki, if you are able to potentially send me a DM on Discord, I can pass it along to our
A new
admin,
agent is joining your
and
team.
we can look into it to find out why that might have happened. But I'm sorry for the frustration there. I haven't been on since last September, but this looks cool. What's up, Johnny Johnson? Yeah, we're headed into a pretty good time for the game. They've announced a lot of content, a lot of stuff coming. What's the chess piece? The chess piece is a y'all piece to get 10% hazard from the One Piece brand. White Wolf with the 1 gifted sub. Thank you. whoever that went out to, if you're here, please drop a thanks in the chat as well. And Boss Man as well, coming in on YouTube with the one gifted. Thank you guys both. That's very kind. And I went to Rice. Good stuff. Boss Man, White Wolf, thank you both. My favorite div creator, Theodore. I appreciate it, man. I'm very fortunate to have as amazing of a community here as we do. Massey, that is from the current stat event that's going on. If you go in the events timeline, we have a tech overdrive live for the next 2.5 days. So you get 3 free skill tiers and all of those skill stat bonuses. Oh, I see, Yuki. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what might be the cause of that then. You could reach out to like Discord support for that. I was going to answer something. Oh, Key asked, do you normally play on the DLC maps or you just stay in Washington? I try to go to New York and Brooklyn whenever I can find a reason to, whether it's for retaliations or just for fun. Because I enjoy them. I think they're great, but the game definitely sometimes struggles to give you a reason to go there, you know? I just got a ping on my phone from the server. Unusual join activity detected. Review the alert. Because I guess so many people are joining in. That's great. We are working on some cool improvements to the server that should be coming soon. I was just in a meeting with my admin for it over the weekend, so excited to see those come around. Thank you all very much for the hype train. Got to level 4. As always, I appreciate the support very much, people. All right. What was I just saying? We need more named kills, right? 15 more. Hyenas we got going. Oh, cleaners are almost done. Let's go to a cleaner one. Speaking of going to New York, let's do it. The biggest problem with one endgame is you don't go to the DLC areas anymore. Yeah. I respect what they were trying to do with it, and I don't think that it's a bad idea to make it so that you don't have to have 10 different DLCs to participate. That's kind of one of the issues that I think Destiny ran into over the years. But it had side effects that weren't great. I think if there were a way to do it to where you still allow someone without the DLCs to participate in the core endgame and get the highest power and all that stuff, but you make the DLC still worthwhile to repeat and it has their own activities and stuff, I think that might be the best middle ground to go about it. Like, you're not forced to buy them, but yes, you're going to have a better experience if you own all the DLCs, which is true now, but to a lesser degree than I think it could be. All right, we're almost done with cleaners. What can we do to get that up? That's Black Tusk. I do have 2 bounties. Let's just do one of those. Are you planning to have streams more often than twice per week? Reiju, currently that's what I'm able to commit to. It takes me a lot of time to put together the videos and other stuff that I do every week at the quality level that I try and hit, so 2 streams a week is what I can do for now. If that changes in the future, I'd love to, but I'm going to keep it there for the moment. Yearly expansions of the 4 seasons, tied in inside dungeons, paid separately is what started its downfall. Yeah, that, you know, a lot of people over the year, I mean, I've seen it all in Division, but a lot of people say the Division devs are super greedy and blah, 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 blah. If you want to talk about cosmetic prices, sure, that is very much its own conversation, but I think it's commendable that aside from Brooklyn, every piece of content that's released for the past 6 years has been free. And I think that is very much, with how much we know cosmetics sell across games like these, I think that's a very doable model to uphold. Like, core in-game content is free. If you want to do DLCs that are optional and not required to progress your stuff, have those be paid. But I don't know. I think Division 2's model has been pretty good in that regard.
Target down. Good job.
Is there a reason why I shouldn't boost my character to 30 and skip the base campaign? Just if you want to experience the story and the progression as it was intended, Micah. You certainly can do that, but it might feel a little bit disjointed if you're going for a more narrative-based experience. Sorry, the chat is flying by right now. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Stopu, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Thanks for the videos must watch for returning players. I'm glad to hear it. That's always the goal. But thank you so much for giving back and supporting. Relentless, yes, I've had that issue myself, and the devs did confirm that they're working on a fix for it. Ace Spade's not at the moment, no. Red P, I certainly hope so. I love DZ. I wish that it were far more relevant than it is, so I very much hope so. Tebe came here from YouTube. Well, thank you for being here and tuning in. Nice to see the player count up. There's a bright future. 100%. Or here's to a bright future. Yeah, it's been awesome to see. Absolutely. Spoons, I think you probably could, yeah. If you know, it still requires careful playing and good strategy, but I think you could 100%. Hydrate, I got you, Lucas. I'm doing it right now. Red P, currently, you cannot get any of the pieces other than the arm patch, I'm afraid. They were just there for the one event. I hope they come back in the future. If you want to get the arm patch, you can type in !arm patch in the chat, and it will give you the redemption code and the link to go claim it. But if and when they ever do bring back the stuff, I will let everybody know, absolutely.
That's the target, Agent.
I think we should be done after this retaliation, as long as we get like one kill squad.
Agent, target spotted. Target neutralized. Good work. Agent, hostiles are moving into the Civic Center.
Moving into Civic Center. Let's do it.
Good job, Agent. You're in position.
No, I knew, Chris. I had to do it to get the agitation meter full. I'm saying on this one, as long as I get 1 kill squad, I think we'll be done. If they do the creator apparel again, will it be possible for you creators to get custom hunter masks? That would be very cool. I don't know. The way that they've been doing the past few is that they reach out to you with, I think they created like a slate of items that they can make for everybody. And they put your branding on it, and they let you have any input if you want to change any small things, but more or less you just kind of go with what they've created.
Hostile control point.
And I've already had my time in the sun, you know? I think it's good to spotlight different channels and people that contribute to the community, so I'm excited to see who they feature next, if they're going to continue on with it. I was certainly very honored to be part of the first wave of people in there. Russin, this is Retaliation, which you can find on your open world map. Where are they coming from?
Reinforcements incoming.
Malazan, this is
Hostile contacts.
Striker with the backfire and Memento. The bonus armor is coming from picking up Memento trophies. Yeah, Libertarian, my thing was always I wish there was just a toggle at the top to say what map do you want to receive objectives for. So you could just consistently play on one of the maps, but I guess not.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Thanks for answering to start playing the game 2 days ago. No worries. Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying your time so far.
Nearby. Stay alert.
Oh, I was thinking of complaining earlier about not getting kill squads at control points anymore, but there we go. Again, anytime, if you're ever not having something go your way in the game, just complain about it, and more than likely it'll happen. The game loves to prove you wrong.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Have you tried the GR9 with the 250 mag? I've not yet personally, but I want to. I've ran into some people running it in the Dark Zone, and it's pretty insane. Speed Racer, I don't remember. I think you can build Hazard to counteract Purple Flame. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does work. At least the one in Brooklyn. I think in Paradise Lost, that one is meant to hit you no matter what. Doors, what's up? Came here from the YouTube videos. Love the content. Thank you. Quick question in regards to the backfire. What would a good alternative be here? It's a bit of a tricky question because at least on this build, like this is fully set up for the backfire. Like I have all hazard protection and bleed resistance to combat the backfire's talent. Frankly, if I wasn't going to use the backfire, I would just have an AR, like the St. Elmo's engine or the Lexington or any decent high-end AR with killer. And you could run the same thing with Striker and Memento just without hazard protection, and you would be doing plenty good. If you really want an SMG, I mean, Chatterbox is good, the Dark Winter is good. But if you're going to run another SMG, just you don't need the hazard, because that's specifically for the backfire. Hope that helps. Dr. Funky, I've got about 70 hazard and then 100% bleed. The 2% I'm missing is just from an unoptimized roll. Took me a year, but I'm finally starting to understand the nuances. It builds a whole lot more in Division 2. Glad to hear it. Enigmatic. That's a tough word to say quickly. But yes, it can take a little while. But I'd say it's a pretty satisfying system once you do get it. Yeah, Ace, I'm really hoping that the new lead PvP designer can either implement a fix or improve the anti-cheat enough to catch those people, because it's a super annoying exploit. Absolutely. What's up, James Bond? Do you mean new with this update specifically, or is there a period of time that you're like returning from?
A new agent is joining your team.
Yeah, everything. As Metal Chick said, everything is new. Sith coming in with the gifted, going to Aikido. Thank you, Sith. That's very kind of you to pay it forward after now Lucas did before. Aikido, welcome back to the club, man. Sith, again, thank you for the generosity. I always get lost on my way to this one. But I can't complain too much. New York's fun to run through. With this update, in this update, they added a realism mode, which is a limited time game mode you can go and play, where it's completely isolated from the main game, but it's realistic combat. So single shot or single kill headshots, single shot kill headshots. I can talk for sure. You get the idea. Limited UI, ammo, skill cooldowns, all that kind of stuff. So that's available from the main menu if you want to do that. They added a visual upgrade to the game. They added 2 new exotics, 2 new named items, which are all on the pass that I think you talked about. There's returning global events from Division 1. We're playing through Assault right now. I think those are the main big ones to point out. But then right at this is a kind of a mini season that runs until April 2nd, and as soon as this runs out, we head straight into Year 8 Season 1. So we're getting another major update in about 3 weeks. What's up, Dashi? Please resend your question. I apologize. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I'm just trying to keep up with 2 chats at once. It's tough. Anybody whose question I missed, please feel free to resend it if I don't catch it the first time. If there were a world where people would be interested with me sitting at a desk and just answering questions for like 3 hours, we could do that, but I think people are entertained by gameplay. Could you recommend me some good big damage, good survivability, or Boros build? Strikers got the damage, but fewer hammers got the survival. One that I really enjoy, Dashi. Let's see if I can find the link for it really quick. I made one back closer to when the Ouroboros came out. That is technically a PvP build, but you can convert it to a PvE build, where I ran the Ouroboros with Heartbreaker and the Heartbreaker backpack because you get a ton of bonus armor, and it lets you build up damage and that. So there, I just threw the link in the chat. So check that one out. I haven't tested it in like recent updates in PvE, but I think you very much could tune that to work well in PvE content. And it kind of gives you the best of both worlds with armor and damage. So give that one a shot. I'm going to do a PvP build too. There you go. Yeah, it should serve you for both. Yuki, I'm afraid I don't know what our settings are tuned to in terms of new joins off the top of my head. I would say give it a try, and then if it says no, then just give it a little bit of time, and it should let you join. Chippo? I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. Do you have a guide for this build? I don't for this one specifically. I just put it together today to pair with the global event. But I will happily give you a rundown as soon as we finish this control point. Oh, another kill squad. Perfect. I think that should get us all the ones we need. Of course, I get 2 kill squads at control points, just as I'm like, man, I never get these anymore. There we go. We got it. We got the pig mask. Be sure to get all of this. Havoc, what's up? Question, what do I do after I reach level 40? I know to upgrade my watch, but is there any game modes I need to do or just continue with the story? Very much, it is up to you, right? The goal of the end game is to gain more power, to make more builds, to find the way to play that is most fun for you. You can do that by playing game modes that are good for farming. You can also slowly progress by continuing with the story if you want to get more of that. The most recommended modes to play typically are Countdown and Retaliation. I'm playing Retaliation right now, but both of those let you select your own targeted loot, so you can really go after what you need. But they just offer really high efficiency rates of loot drops. So I would say look into those two. I've got guides for both on the channel if you need them. But yeah, those two, Countdown and Retaliation, are some of the best. Is NGN in the chat? Where's he at? Oh, subscribed, resubscribed for tier 1. Thank you, sir. Just jumping in with that right off the bat.
You secured the area.
Thank you so much, man. How you doing? Danielle, you can hide your specialization weapon if you go into your menu. Just click on a piece of gear like this, and then at the bottom you'll see a button for options, and then you can show signature weapon on or off. I know someone wanted to see the build. Let me clear these guys out. Alright, here's a look at the build. Backfire SMG, 4 striker on every piece, pretty much armor hazard protection and bleed resist mods where you can put them. Y'all chest piece for the 1-piece hazard bonus. Unbreakable or intimidate. You can go with either one. And then memento backpack with bleed resist as well. That's what we're looking at. Mr. Plum, the only way to get that mask, as Rice pointed out, is from the manager manhunt mission variant of Potomac Event Center. If you play through master difficulty on that, you'll get it guaranteed on your first completion, or the lower difficulties have a chance to drop it as a completion reward. All right. I'm the Timu NGN. Nonsense. You are the one and only. Kuma, we just unlocked it. They have reprised the Piggy mask from Div 1 for this week's global event, and we're going to claim it in just a second here. Let's switch back to this. There we go. I wish they'd brought back the clown mask just because I have more nostalgic memories with that. I like how low the hood goes on it. That's so funny. There you go. They brought it back. Ninja, I don't think I do, sadly. Div 2 player since release but stopped playing for years. Is this the best time to play again? It's a pretty good time. As people in chat have said, they are doing more in this year of post-launch content than we've ever seen before. So that's pretty sweet. We've got a new DLC coming, new incursion, crossplay, classified assignments, PvP updates, more stuff in between. So it's a pretty good time. All right. Got a little bit more time to mess around. I think we should... I'm going to go spend these stars quick back at the base. And then, I don't know. We could do some conflict or some countdown or some something. We could do another legendary too, actually. I'd be down for that. By the way, everyone, thank you again for hanging out today. We still have 575 people on YouTube with over 400 likes. That's crazy. Over 500 people on Twitch.
Safe area detected.
You'll make these very fun for me every week. I appreciate it. Ace Spades, yeah, anniversary caches. Oh, what do we need for the journey? I forgot about the journey. Gain a shepherd level, eliminate the hoarder. With signature weapons. What if I do this real quick? Will I keep my signature ammo? I mostly just stay a run and gun king. What's the best thing to do as a new player when you hit the end game? Sheppy, I personally recommend Countdown the most, which is right up here above Dark Zone East. You're able to set your own targeted loot so you can start getting a build together that fits your playstyle. But then it's also an 8-player mode, so you can really rely on the other people to kind of get you through those first few runs when you need power. So that is typically my most recommended thing. Draconis redeemed a Go Rogue as well. I really need to be in the Dark Zone for this. Oh, I did reset my spec ammo. Tough. Alright, well I'll do that later. So what y'all are saying is I need to go into the Dark Zone and redeem these 3 Go Rogues. I can't with this mask, man. It looks... The snout coming out of the hood is just... is something. What are the Dark Zones today? I don't know if there's going to be anyone in here. Probably not, Papa. PvP has gotten to the point where you either exploit the cheese or you die to it, and I'm more in the latter camp.
Access granted.
Yeah, there's no one. I expect the Dark Zone will start getting some more activity once people start coming in. We do have an extraction here. That's not what I meant to say. Once they start doing some of those changes. It's on site,
Transmission range
so
limited. Proximity coverage
I
only.
assume the person will be gone by the time I get there, but check it out. King Caw, I technically already did one. I put out 4.0, and then like right after that they released Unit Alloys, which is one of the best brands to run for ARs. So I ended up just rolling it into my overall 2026 build video.
Helo is returning to base.
And there's an updated version in there. So actually, if you type in !build in the chat, it will link you to the video that has it in there. It's the PvP build in that video is the 5.0 version.
Rogue protocol
Is this person at the landmark? I think we passed by each other.
Explosive seeker mine detected.
Dang it. Oh.
Incoming cargo plane with dark zone.
Alright,
drop.
this is the first rogue redeem right here. You cannot escape. You cannot!
Incoming dark zone drop.
Alright, I made up for one of the... one of the Go Rogue redeems. I just need to make a... I need to add to the title of that, only in Dark Zone. Otherwise it doesn't count. What's the level that's next to your... Lewis, that is the rank that you are in this current season.
Been delivered.
This one's a little bit bugged because instead of a season pass, it's an event pass, and I think they had some troubles representing that on screen. But it's meant to be your season level for how far you are in the pass. Really enjoy your build videos, Moose. I'm so glad to hear it. Thank you.
Incoming hostiles.
Alright, I don't actually need to do this. I think we might run one more quick legendary mission with the global event on. And probably call it there. But which one should we do? I guess I'll just pop a priority objective and do whatever one I get there. Where's the... it's over here. Not a problem, Lewis. Not a problem. Spoon, yes. I am using a controller. How do you aim so well? Do you have any tips? Honestly, man, I think it's just, at this point, muscle memory. I've been playing Division nonstop for the last 10 years across Div 1 and 2. So, like, when I shoot, I just know, I know how hard to pull down on the stick for each gun type, you know? The one thing that I do recommend that helped me out back in the day to kind of get better at it is to switch your damage numbers from random sphere to floating. That makes it so they don't pop up and cloud your reticle, but instead they go off to the side. And so that kind of helps you follow where the dot's going a lot better, at least for me.
Entering safe room.
But the rest of it I think is just muscle memory.
Dark zone drop available.
What's your go-to LMG build? Cade, and now it's this. Or sorry, this. With tipping scales and the big Alejandro. That's what I'm gonna run right now for legendary. But the big Al is just too good. 4-piece tipping scales, equalizer chest piece, overdog's gloves. You can use it with a different LMG if you don't like the big Al, but that on its own is quite good. Let's see if we can get an exotic stronghold option. There we go. Manning Zoo. Alright. We shall do the zoo. Chris wants in. Did I finally add you on here, Chris? I don't remember. I think I did. Maybe not. I don't know why I'd... Oh, my thing's set to normal as well. Hang on. Switch that back. Let me be in. All right, drop the gamer tags, people. Person Espresso get first dibs. And this time I will be sure and add you guys so I don't have to always search up the names. I think that was the problem, Chris, is I added you on Arc, but not on Xbox. King, yeah, it's pretty good. If you type in !build, it will link you to the video where I go over this. But it's quite good. 2-unit alloys, Foxes, Contractors, Everyday Carrier, Catharsis. You don't have to run the Eagle Bear, but... Gamertag is mad as at work and can't play. I'm sorry, Matt. We'll make it happen one day. Sorry, Espresso. The inbox on here just gets filled up with so many requests from people who watch the videos that I honestly just am not able to look at it and sort through it anymore. You accept one for me? All right, let me look. We're gonna switch to this screen really quickly while I sort through here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you're on my friends list, Chris. It just doesn't pop up in game for some reason. Espresso should have been on there too. Only wants to let me invite you to a party. Oh, there we go. Now you're popping up in game. Espresso, what's yours? Can you drop it one more time? Is it the same as your name? Let's find out. Ah, perfect. All right, there we go. Except friend request. Hopefully you show up on my in-game list now, because, yeah, there you are. Akito, did you want in, or are you not on anymore?
Another agent has joined your group.
Still looking for people? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, we do need to turn on, turn the global event back on. Kappa, what's your gamer tag? We'll get you in. Chris always reppin'. Hell yeah. The Tommy hoodie. LMB outfit. Love it, love it. Alright, we're switching to this one more time so I can get the group together, and then we're running. Is this you with zero gamer score? Dimming scales turned me into an LMG girl and used to use rifles. Yeah, I honestly got way more enjoyment out of them now than I did before. Kappa, for whatever reason, the name that came up didn't seem to match with your thing, but I'm just going to turn matchmaking on, so if you want to activate it for Zoo, then hopefully you'll get in. I apologize if it goes to someone else, but if not, we'll get you next time. Roach, we're on Xbox. The moment. Yes, Alex, it's completely free. You can grab it from the anniversary caches. Oh, yes, Kappa. We're on Xbox. And there's currently no crossplay. It's coming, but it's not in yet. Sorry. Can only do Xbox at the moment. Postman, yeah, I mean, it's one of the only sets that's close to competing with Striker. So, it's quite good. Yeah, sorry, I could have been more clear on that. It's all good. All right, team. Someone's got healer. Love to see it. Future. Striker. And Coco. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Let's get her done. Just started playing this week off your vids in the 10-year event. Well, I hope you're having a good time. You joined at a very good moment in the franchise, for sure. I can't even imagine what the damage would be if you get assault with with a fully stacked Big Al. I can't throw my decoy? That's weird. $3.3, and that's just with tipping scale stacks? That's wild. Oh, you're all good, Akito. It's getting to that point for me. I'm like, I'm excited for lunch. What's up, Psyduck? Long-time lurker. Love the videos and updates. Thank you. Quick question. I was super lucky to get a Ravenous from a Stretch Goals cache. Any recommendations on a PvE or PvP build for it? What would I recommend for the Ravenous? It's one of those guns that, like, people who like it can make it work really well, but it is a little bit more niche. I personally had a lot of fun, even though it's not a gear set that gets used a lot. I mean, to start off, you can use it very well with, like, Striker, right? Just because you can automatic fire it now after they made that change and everything, like, it works well with Striker. But if you want a bit more of an off-brand option, I enjoyed running it a lot with the... What is that set even called? With Breaking Point, which is kind of like the Striker equivalent, but for rifles. Because you get a ton of weapon handling, which makes it pretty much completely stable, and you get a lot of damage with it. It's not going to be like meta competition, you know, with like a AR Striker build. But I had a good amount of fun with that. So I would try Breaking Point if you want kind of a more fun, creative build. Otherwise, just running it with Striker and like Fox's Prayer and something should serve you pretty well. But congrats on pulling that. That is rare indeed. What do you think I should get with scavenging on the watch? Mostly it's whatever you want. Like whatever you need for your reserves at the moment. I typically redeem printer filaments because they're the best material for expertise donation. Or I'll do like credits if I'm low. Or optimization materials. One of those 3 or 4.
Serious trauma detected.
Oof.
Agent down. Agent
Dang.
killed.
They full killed me. Oh, with birdies, thank you. Birdies is such a good piece. 2 things that I think are mad underrated are smart cover and birdies. Well, it's really only worth it in specific scenarios where you know you're just going to be laying into a boss. Like in the incursion sometimes or other content like that. But most of the time, I don't run it myself. I would swap it out for the Equalizer is one of the best replacements that has perfect obliterate. But yeah, typically the backpack is way more worth using over the chest. If somebody's already running fortified smart cover, I might run damage instead. Just gonna swap that now. I'm not in a great spot to see that, but oh well.
A new agent is joining your team.
Tech cover drive only lasts 3 days? Yes, those stat events are just quick little 3-day events. Age, totally. Heartbreaker is not like the top of the line set, but it's certainly very viable, and I see people running it all the time. Suda, I am only on Xbox, unfortunately, or I only play on Xbox. I have a PC character that's at level 40 just for the ability to play the PTS when they launch that, but I don't play on there or have any progression on there. Can't really see the snipers that well. I keep getting blocked by every little bit of cover I can't see from here.
Agent down.
I foamed one and then the dog jumped up, of course. They're both weak. There we go. There's one.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Age cross play is coming sometime in year 8, but they've not committed to a specific date. So sometime in the next 12 months. What do I think about realism mode? I don't care for it that much personally. I play Division because it's an RPG and I like builds and stats and all that stuff. It's fun, you know, for a little side experience, but if it were up to me, I personally wouldn't invest more resources into it. Because I think it just deviates so far from what the Division is and has been from the start. Dude, we cannot get this sniper. There we go. That should be the end of it. Is Striker set still good? Yeah, it's still the best damage set in the game. By the way, I'm so sorry. 4 minutes ago, Spinata, I hope I'm saying that right, subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much. I apologize for missing that. We were in the thick of the fight. But thank you so much for supporting the channel. Haven't played Div 2 for about 3 years or so. Came back this week and love it again. Welcome back, Jafuli. Cheers for the starter video. Giving me stuff to chase. You're very welcome. I'm glad it helped out. Sambal, as far as I'm aware, even if you own it on Steam, you still have to launch, like, it'll still boot you in through Ubisoft Connect. So, performance or experience-wise, I think it's the same on both. If someone on PC knows differently, though, feel free to correct me. But as far as I know, that's the case.
Vital signs critical.
Future Div 2 looking good right now? I'd say so. Yeah, Central Park, Incursion, PvP. That's all I needed to hear. I hope the exotic for the Incursion is good. Yeah, I mean, if we go by last time, the Ouroboros when it first came out was insanely good, so we shall see. Veritas, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Hello there. Your video's going to be back into Div 2 for a stream I've been able to catch. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I'm very glad to hear that the videos helped out. When was the last time you played? For me, mostly at this point, I just have everything that I need in the game. Like, there's very rarely a time that I'm actually farming for something. So I deconstruct stuff that I could use the materials for. Otherwise, I just kind of leave it on the ground. But if you're just starting out and you're building out your library, then pretty much everything can be useful in terms of getting drops to save or putting it into the expertise system. There's a lot of uses for stuff if you're still early to mid-end game. What attributes are you running on the Big Al? I've got, well, damage charts out of cover comes on the second piece of LMGs, and then I have crit chance as the third. My decoy just keeps being bugged. I can't use it. I'll swap it out after this fight. Oh, now it's on cooldown. Yeah. Sea-Bizzle, the Big Al is pretty cracked. But we do have the global event on right now, so that is inflating our damage on anyone close range. What's up, Sinutria? My day is going fantastic. Been having an amazing time with everybody in here. How you doing? Alright, can I swap it out now? Let's see if that fixes it. Seems like it.
Vital signs critical.
Tough.
Agent out of action. An agent needs
Thank you.
assistance. Serious trauma detected.
I've got this.
Nope, they're coming in. I was watching my radar the whole time, and then I was looking at chat, and suddenly they would...
Agent down. Immediate medical assistance
Oh.
needed.
Alright, I got too
Agent
confident.
down.
We can back up if y'all need more cover. I'll go on the side, maybe.
An agent needs assistance. Vital signs critical.
Dang. Alright, I'm gonna back up if Espresso can get me again. Back up, back up. What's Express using for the Insta Revive? That is the Birdie's Quick Fix Exotic Backpack. I can show you in a sec when we clear this, but it's very good. On Legendary content, if you have any kind of a support role, it's an extremely good item to have. So it is... You get plus 80% revive speed for any type of revive. And then you get a damage resistance bonus to yourself and whoever you revive once you complete one. And you can overcharge, so it's just very good in general. The backpack you can get from Roosevelt Island on the Kelso Manhunt variant of it. If you play it on Master, you'll get it guaranteed, or on the lower difficulties, you have a chance to get it as a completion reward. Overcharge is a special mechanic they have for skills, where you can, if you're at skill tier 6, you can then go beyond for limited periods and overcharge it, and you get extra stats. If you go to any skill readout and look at the very bottom, it has the stats for overcharge below the tier 6.
System malfunctioning. System restored.
Got a man down.
I need to see where that thing went.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action.
Thank you.
Agent down.
I'm coming to you.
What's your favorite niche exotic? That's a good question. Is the eagle bear considered niche since everybody hates it? Because the eagle bear is my favorite. I know a lot of people don't like it. I'm gonna guess that's not a good answer though. Niche beyond that.
System curtailed.
I don't know. Honestly, I'd say maybe the bittersweet,
System
if that counts from last season. I really enjoy using that for like a
malfunctioning.
support role. We don't have to go over here if y'all don't want to. This is kind of the worst side, but
System
I'll say the bittersweet, maybe.
serious trauma detected.
I've been using the bittersweet alongside refactor. Yeah, that's probably a pretty fun combo. I just think it's a neat mechanic how you can use it as damage and healing since it gives you guaranteed headshots. It's cool.
I'll fix you up, don't worry.
An agent needs assistance.
Nate River, how you doing?
Serious trauma detected.
There we go. Cola, I think it could work well in groups. It really just needs a pass on its usability in the UI, and I think that would automatically like make it way easier to use. Yeah, Elson, there's a bug where you can get the past seasons modifiers going. Yeah, Zoo is really a large offender of the current blur issue.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I mean, that's bad. I can barely see what's in front of me up there.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh,
Agent
tough.
down.
Espresso's just on me. He knows I'm gonna go down. I'm not even seeing these drones that are apparently staggering us. Unless it's not drones, was it bombs? Who knows? Mickey, that is a skill effect skin that you can put on for the Hive. It came from the summer event last year. I don't know if you can get it anymore right now. But maybe it'll come around in this year's one. I'm not sure. But yeah, they've been doing skill effects for the past few events that have run. I'd love to steal one of those backpacks off the White Tusk Heavies. I know, right? Dude, if that were an exotic, that would be so cool. You walk around and have a stinger hive shooting out at people. They should make that. That would be fun. Yeah, Rick, unfortunately that works out on PC. On console though, there's not, you don't have that option under graphics. So Xbox and PlayStation are just kind of stuck with it until they can implement a fix.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
But yeah, for whatever reason, Zoo seems to have it worse than a lot of other spots. I know you're over there.
Agent down.
Reloading my weapon.
Get the beams, get the beams.
Serious trauma detected.
Relentless, have a good one, my friend. I appreciate you hanging out. See you around indeed. Is Helios here? What's up, man? How you doing? Right. Final boss time. Checkpoint reached.
See nothing.
Ooh,
Vital signs critical.
that was tough.
Agent out of action.
Thank you. Definitely can't land this all the way over there. I wish. I'll stop shooting. Maybe Chris can get it with an AR better than I can. It's like I'll just keep suppressing him. What's up, virtuals? Yeah, it's not fun.
Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
Espresso, please. Oh, thanks. See, I don't have to worry about dying anymore. How wonderful is this? We gotta restock soon.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, that nade was locked on. There's the boss. Oh, right as I run out of ammo. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. That wasn't even with the cheese, I don't think. I think we just had so much damage from the global event there. We ripped right through. That was crazy.
Vital signs critical.
How do I unlock retaliation? I believe it opens up either when you hit level 30 or 40. You'll just find them when you open up your map. There's a tab next to bounties that has them. And then you just have to play through enough content for each associated faction to fill out the bar. And once it's full, you can activate a retaliation for that faction. Listening while playing the game. Just finished my first retaliation. Very nice, Gage. Hope you're enjoying. Appreciate you hanging out in the stream here. What's your opinion on tipping scales with Sawyers and Eagle's Grassfall Blue? I've seen people use it with Sawyers. I really want to like Sawyers. I've tried so many times to use it and like it, but I move around too much for the talent to be worthwhile for my playstyle. I'm too jumpy. But I think that is a perfectly valid build and viable way to run it if you can effectively use Sawyers, 100%.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Can't see anything.
See if I can sit back here and just beam the boss in the back.
An agent needs assistance.
Get these drones taken care of.
A new agent is joining your team.
Alright, he should be dead quick. Yep, there we go. Good stuff, everybody. Oh, I gotta wait for him. Won't complain about that. And we got Exodus from the priority objective. What build to use for the Big Al? This one right here. 4 tipping scales, equalizer, overdogs. It's strong and quite fun. Red Turtles subbing with the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for supporting. All right, well, shout out to Chris and Espresso and Mercy, who I think we match made with. But that was a very smooth run. Appreciate y'all as always. Espresso carried with the revives. All right, we're going to open a few caches and then skip on out of here. I ask this question whenever I watch the stream of Div 2, but what are your favorite voice lines in this game? I love Coyote. Is it Coyote? In Jefferson Trade Center. When the guy's like, but it's the Division. And she's like, so? Just effing kill them. That one's pretty funny. I'm trying to think about what else.
Safe area entered.
Manny as well in Camp White Oak. It might be the invaded version when he realizes everyone, all of the team that he sent in is dead. And he just goes, shit. That's pretty funny. I would say those two stand out to me.
Hey, gift.
We got 80 stars, so I can buy 4 of these. Yes, exactly, Akito. We're skipping straight to the kitchen. Alright, well, I think that is mostly going to do it, folks. We hung out for a little bit longer today. Hope you all enjoyed. I really appreciate the turnout today. We had a lot of people on both platforms, which is always very fun. Thank you as well for the generosity. Oh, Matt Kane, a minute ago, coming in with a 10 gifted on YouTube. I almost didn't see that, man. Thank you so much. As always, thank you for dropping the generosity and being amazing. If any of those 10 people are here in the chat, please give them a thank you. And you can now enjoy your badges and emotes in the live chat and all the video comments. And if you want to join our Discord server and get access there, you can as well. Well, as I was just about to say, that's why I saw it. Thank you for all the generosity today, people. Matt with the 10, Bossman earlier, Mako, Action Packed, all the Twitch primes that we had, Yuri with the gifted. As always, people, I cannot thank you enough for supporting the channel. Well, channels, I should say now. And everything I do. I'll be back live on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. I was thinking in case we get like PTS news, but yeah, we'll be back on Thursday, same time. Not sure what we'll do yet, but we'll figure it out. Again, thank you for the turnout. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. But until I see you then, Rogue Gold out.